Authentic Influencer TV. And we are so excited to bring you a guest today, someone who has walked this journey, the journey that Brooke and I put our clients on. And we are so excited to introduce you to Katrina Doro.
Hey, I'm so glad to be with you.
So good to have you. How are you today?
I am good. Just came in from the office and juggling, all the usual afternoon activities.
Awesome. So we're hoping that today you could share with us some of the story of the journey that you've been on the last couple months. Do you feel like you're a different person than you were maybe 3 months ago?
Absolutely. Definitely. When if we back up just a little bit, I started with Rodan and Fields in October, and their skincare business. And whenever I joined them, I was immediately told to just reach out to as many people as I could, hundreds of people, and just share that I'd started this business. Well, what I realized is that I was reaching out, but I was getting really zero results from what I was doing. So after the first month, I was pretty discouraged, and I thought, why did I get in this business? What am I doing? Because I was thinking to myself, I already have a pretty full-time job. So adding this business to my plate was another, just another lane for me to be in. But then I came across Brooke's Authentic Influencer program, and that has really helped me a lot.
Awesome.
So what do you think has been like the biggest thing that shifted? Because you were running your business, like reaching out to a ton of people and stuff like that. So what has been like the biggest shift in your business, do you think, in the way that you approach people?
Well, the biggest shift for me was in just remembering to provide value for people. I think I had gotten kind of caught up in what the incentives were and the milestones that my mentors wanted me to achieve. And I just got really gung-ho on that, but I had forgotten the main reason that I really got into this business was to provide value for people and to really meet people's needs. And when you said that, it really resonated with me it was a resounding yes to me, that's exactly what I was supposed to be doing.
Right. Well, it goes right into the arrows in, arrows out marketing that we talk about. Like arrows in marketing is I need to win a trip, you need to buy stuff for me. And arrows out is I'm here to serve you. How can I show up in your life and make your life better?
Absolutely. And honestly, the way I was approaching my business, it really wasn't authentic to me. I really didn't feel like it was me. I felt like I was just sort of towing the line that had been given to me, and I was trying to do it well, but I felt all along that it really wasn't me. And so when I came across authentic influencers and the idea of being authentic to who you are and trying to understand what your purpose is while we're occupying this space on earth, what is our purpose to be here? And what can we do to help other people? That was life-changing for me. That is the business that I'm in, but I hadn't really correlated that with my all other business of Rodan and Fields.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So would you say that like your hopes for the future and like what your projection, like what the future looks like with Rodan and Fields, is it different today than it was before you started the program? And I know you're still in it, so obviously you're not to the end of the road yet, but what has changed about how you see the future of your business? And do you feel like there's more mission involved in what you're doing now? Or can you tell me a little bit about that?
Absolutely, Nicole. I am just really looking forward to having the opportunity to walk alongside families and help families have better relationships with their kids, specifically their teenagers, and helping moms who are kind of on a hamster wheel. Like I have 2 teenagers myself, and I was on a hamster wheel doing it, basically a 9 to 5 and plus hour job. And I found myself having very little time to really engage with my teens and not have the flexibility to be off when they're off. And I really want to help other families, other moms that are struggling with that themselves. The teenage years are a really difficult time in a kid's life. And so many times parents lean out during those years because they're so busy trying to save for college or pay off debt so they can retire maybe at some point. And I think it's really important that parents stay engaged and continue to lean in during those years. So that's really part of what I am excited about with my Rodan and Fields business is seeing how moms could have an opportunity to not only build strong relationships with their teens and understand how to parent better, but also have the flexibility financially to be able to just be there with their kids, to be on their kids' schedule and have that flexibility with their time because their finances are secure in another way.
I love
Do you
that.
feel
I
like-
love that you're like taking what is your mission and your passion, and you're saying, okay, this is what I really want to do. How can I make Rodan and Fields be a part of that mission? You know, and that's exactly what we're trying to teach people to do, because when you do that, that's when you have a business that's really successful, because it's not based off of, hey, come buy my stuff. It's, look, I'm here at a place to serve you, and I have a tool that will help you to get to where you want to go. So that's awesome. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like there are so many parents who want to be more engaged with their teens, but they just don't feel like they have the time to do it with the time constraint with their jobs and vocations that they've chosen. And so I'm excited. I can see how Rodan and Fields can benefit people in so many different ways outside of the products themselves, which are amazing.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how do you see the opportunity with Rodan and Fields differently now than you did before you started the program?
Well, I think for me, I saw it almost as a separate business than what was my mission. So I knew what my mission was, but I really saw my Rodan and Fields as almost two separate things from my mission. And so being able to, I think the one thing that authentic influencers has really helped me to see is that they can be combined and be together. And then I feel more authentic in who I am because I'm able to walk alongside families and help and support them in a lot of different ways.
Does it make it easier to get up and work your Rodan and Fields business when it serves two purposes?
Well, it makes it easier to get up and work it when I know it gets, my excitement has been renewed in the business because I see just the potential to help people and the potential to help moms who are struggling. I talk to moms every day who wish that they could leave their 9-to-5 job and be more available for their families. They want to have stronger marriages. They want to have a better relationship with their teens, and they just feel strapped, like they aren't able to do that because of their financial situation. But with Rodan and Fields, it'll give them that opportunity to break out of the hamster wheel.
Love it.
Awesome.
It's really hard for me and Brooke to take turns, so.
It really is.
When it's just us two, it's like, it's easy, but.
Right. You throw a third person into the mix, and this is only our second interview we've ever done, so it's a little. So, like, I just love hearing people's stories, and I love seeing the passion that comes out, because, like, I think when people first join a network marketing company, they're excited about the opportunity and stuff like that, just because they're excited of all the possibilities that it can bring, you know? But then when you really say, okay, this is my passion, this is who I really want to help, and you bring your business into it, it brings that like a whole new spark into what you want to do. And that like first excitement, it wears off really quick. You know, it's just like getting new clothes. It's awesome the first time you wear it, and then like a month from now, you're going to be like, yeah, I don't really want to wear that anymore. But it was like your favorite thing for one day, you know? And so, but when you have something that is really special and it really has the purpose, and that's what I love, is that you you want to help families and to be more connected with their teenagers. You know, Nicole and I are going to need you in a few years.
For sure.
Our kids become teenagers, you know.
Yeah, especially when we have kids that already act like teenagers.
Yeah. So like
be a need.
there's such a need out there because with all of the technology and things like that that's out there, especially like kids are just on their phones all the time, that we're this generation that's coming up, they don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to talk to each other. You know, my son who's 12, he wanted to have a friend come over and I'm like, just call him. And he's like, I can do that. And I'm like, yeah, you pick up the phone and you call him. He's like, what do I say? I said, hey dude, you want to come over and hang out? You know? And he's like, that's all I have to do. I'm like, yeah. But like when I was growing up, it's like I knew all my friends' phone numbers and all of that, you know. It's such a different era that we live in right now. And so it's great that you're taking this and showing them that, look, moms, you can be a part of your kids' lives and really make a difference, because those teenage years, like you hear all the time, those teenage years are the most important. And I think back to like when I was a teenager, and that was a time that really helped me to become the person that I am.
Yes.
You know, so you have such an important mission, and I'm just so excited for you to see how far you can go with this.
Katrina and I were on a one-on-one call, just I think last week or something. And she said something that just like really hit me like a ton of bricks. And I was like, you go girl. Like she was saying how like her teenagers say that their friends just go in their room, they eat in their room, they stay in their room. And she's like, honey, not in this house. That is not how we roll. We eat dinner together. Like you will come out of your bedroom, you will have dinner, you will talk to your parents. Right, Katrina?
That's right. Yes, absolutely. Because so many of my friends, kids, matter of fact, I have one friend whose daughter for Christmas got not only a TV, but got a refrigerator for their bedroom for their high school student. And and I just, my heart sank when I heard that, because I knew that would isolate them more, give them more opportunity to stay in their room. And it's hard enough as parents of teenagers to communicate with them. Their schedules are busy. They're involved in sports that go to late at night. But one of the things I've learned from just being involved in ministry all these years is that in order to influence my kids, I've got to spend time with them. And if I allow them to hang out watching TV all night, then that's going to influence them. And I want to be the one that's influencing my kids. So I need to spend time with them, and I want to be connected in with them. And honestly, my time is drawing short with them. So when I think about how many weekends I have left with my son, who is now in 9th grade, it gets me teary-eyed sometimes. I look at and see him in bed at night, and I think, oh, I probably should have spent a little bit more time with you today. But one thing we do have is we try to, maybe not every night, but most nights, at least 3 or 4 nights a week, we try to have a consistent meal time together. And it may be at weird hours some nights, but we still try and sit down together and just talk about their day. And I really value that time, and I want to just stay dialed into them and know what's going on with their friends and what struggles they're having. And if we're absent from them or too busy with jobs that take us outside the home, it's really hard to do that.
Right.
So specifically, can you tell us some of the ways that you help people that are in this predicament, what you do to help them?
Well, I think one of the things is providing resources. You know, some of my friends that I work with who have teenagers, you know, they just say, Katrina, I don't know how to talk to them. I don't understand how to connect with them, because all they think about is social media or texting. And so I am trying to resource them. So I look for resources that will help them to, you know, here's some fun text messages you can send, or, hey, do you know how to use Snapchat? Do you know how to use, you know, some of these different resources that they're engaged in? Do you know how to do a video on Instagram? You know, do some filters and shoot them a picture. Sometimes with my kids, I take Snapchat filters. I use Snapchat filters, and I take pictures and I shoot it to them at school during the day. And of course, they think I'm silly because my hair looks nuts and everything, but you know, it's just fun, and they know that I love them even if I look crazy.
Love it. It's so awesome.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
if someone is interested in like learning more about what you do and how you help them, and maybe learning more about Rodan and Fields and stuff, how do they get in contact with you?
Okay, so there's a couple of ways. They can message me on Instagram at Katrina Doro. I know a lot of people are doing that these days. And then soon I will have a website, katrinadoro.com.
Awesome.
It's not live yet, but it will be coming in the near future.
Cool.
Awesome. Awesome. So check out Katrina on Instagram. And then if you're watching this live, don't go to her website yet. But if you are watching the replay, maybe 6 months from now, check out her website. And then you can be able to get more information about her and what she does, because she has an awesome mission. And we're just so excited, and just the amazing people that you are going to be able to help. And really, you're helping just change the future, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's awesome.
Change maker right there.
Mm-hmm, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, as you were talking, I'm like, somebody needs this.
Mm-hmm.
Future me needs this.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What
were you going to say, Katrina? I feel like I interrupted you.
That's okay. I was just going to say thank you guys for letting me be a part of this today. I've just learned so much about being an authentic influencer through the program that I went through. And I'm really, it's really been life-changing for me. And one thing that has been kind of interesting is playing around with giving value. On my Instagram page, whenever I started doing content that provided value, I actually gained over 100 followers in a week.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, do that for 16 weeks. See what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's crazy when you just bring value to people, what that does, you know, because people don't want to look at advertisements all the time. And when you post about your specials and your products and stuff, that's all you're doing. But when you're actually bringing value, that's when people are like, all right, I got to follow this girl because she's helping me. And I bet there's people that are followers on your Instagram that you are helping them and you have no idea that you're
Right. And some of the best advice I can give you, Katrina, is as somebody who's worked with youth and students, I know you have the experience with them, and what seems to be commonplace to you, it can be a huge aha moment for people. Mm-hmm. So it's important that you, Katrina, and then anybody that's listening that feels like they have this little mission or this little thing that they're really into or passionate about, you have so much to share. You should never run out of content, because even the most basic thoughts in your mind that you think to do can be earth-shattering for someone. So don't forget that, you know?
Yeah, thank you. That's true. It is easy to forget that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we have the same thing, we think something's super easy, and then we're like, okay, no, this actually is not. So, well, it has been a pleasure talking with you today, and I want to thank everybody that came on here live and watched it. And make sure, if this is something that you found valuable, and share this with your teams, share it with someone who maybe that has teenagers and they're struggling. Like, this would be a great video for them to go through and see what Katrina is doing and how she's really helping people. So maybe this video was not for you, but it was for one of your best friends.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what happens when you get your message clear.
That's
Great job,
right.
Katrina.
That's right. Awesome. Okay, well, we'll see you guys all on our next episode. Bye.
All right, bye.